Diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, is nothing new in the corporate space. Employee resource groups, ERGs, were one of the first avenues where underrepresented employees could access representation and opportunities for community among underrepresented identities. The first ERG was founded in the 1960s when Black workers at Xerox came together to discuss race-based tension in the workplace and what options they had to address it. What is new, however, is the incredibly powerful yet disgusting dichotomy between DEI initiatives that are publicly presented as authentic moves toward better representation and the internal politics and unspoken rules that lend themselves to ongoing discrimination and exclusion. Companies today are able to do both, publicly represent themselves as powerful DEI allies, while also privately discriminating against their underrepresented employee base in painful and deeply harmful ways. This audiobook is the story of corporate America's DEI duality. DEI is just one part of corporate social responsibility and is not viewed as inherently profitable the way that renewable resources and recycling are. Only initiatives that demonstrate financial gains receive strong investments. Instead of prioritizing respect for one another and a safe working environment, both of which are outcomes of DEI work, corporate America is underfunding and underreporting DEI and employee representation. Unpacking the motivation behind this helps understand why checkbox diversity became a norm in the first place. There is no better time than now, no better moment than this one, to begin to truly understand the tremendous amount of damage that corporate America has done to the underrepresented population in this country. At the same time, while DEI initiatives have the public ear for a moment, it's critical to take this opportunity to implement changes that will heal some of the harm and create a better future for our rising new generation of workforce contributors. This audiobook is full of hard conversations and painful stories, but it's also full of hope, light, and meaningful opportunities for corporate leaders to take responsibility and enact change. Although the tone of this audiobook often comes across as, let's tear down corporate America, it's actually a corporate America, this is your last opportunity to change kind of audiobook. How did we get here? Underrepresented individuals of their respective eras have been fighting for inclusion for centuries, from ancient quests to combat injustice to the more recent examples of the last 100 years. Prior to the Declaration of Independence in 1776, and for many years after, U.S. common law, inherited from the British, was often hostile toward labor rights. Despite these fights, it has been a slow crawl to enshrine formal protections for a myriad of underrepresented identities in official U.S. labor laws. The first modern attempt at equal employment in a formal way was Executive Order 9981, signed in 1948 by President Truman, desegregating the military. Within 5 years of the orders being signed, 95% of Black Army soldiers in the U.S. were serving in integrated units, a unique and isolated success story for checkbox diversity. However, not everyone would celebrate the success of this integration, and Black soldiers were far from treated equitably. In the 1960s, civil rights legislation prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, and, later, age. Title VII specifically prohibits discrimination in hiring, promotion, discharge, pay, fringe benefits, job training, classification, referral, and other aspects of employment on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. Though to be clear, Title VII does not apply to all companies and therefore does not protect all underrepresented groups from prohibited discrimination. The Equal Pay Act of 1963 requires companies to pay women the same amount they would pay men for doing the same job, although many would correctly argue that we are still far from achieving this.